Yeah. Hello. Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Bits and Batter, where we discuss last night's IPL match. Last night's match was between Kolkata Knight Riders and Rajasthan Royals. Another kind of a tame match because Kolkata Knight Riders batting first could manage only 133 for 9. It was a in terms of batting effort, it was pretty tepid. And Rajasthan Royals reached the target. I mean, they scored 134 for 4 without much hiccups. And for once, Sanju Samson also turned up. He hit the winning runs, and that should augur well for Rajasthan Royals. Raj, good morning. So
Good morning, Bala.
another of those slow scoring, very kind of a drab match in a sense. Don't you think so?
Yeah, totally. I mean, for me, it was almost like an action replay of the Mumbai versus Punjab Kings match with different personnel.
I mean, rightly said.
So that is the way it looked to me. And there also you had a captain who said, "Okay, let me just get the damn thing through." And here we had the captain who said, "Let me get the damn thing through." And in both cases, the batting was inexplicable. The first 1 to 6 overs,
And the
one to
numbers
six
are pretty similar. Exactly.
numbers were pretty similar. So it is just almost like KKR said, "Okay, if you think you can do this, we can do better." So it was almost like that.
Exactly. Raj, I mean, without getting into the specifics of the game, because there isn't much to discuss. But what exactly is going wrong for Kolkata Knight Riders, Raj?
I don't understand what exactly is going wrong with the first power play overs. See, it is not as if the
Batting power play.
batting power play overs.
Okay.
It's not as if the bowling is amazingly good. Yeah, see, you have Chetan Sakaria and Jaydev
That's Rajasthan
Unadkat.
Royals. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, I'm saying they're bowling, right?
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so when they're bowling well, I'm not saying they're bowling badly. They're bowling pretty decently. So you have, I mean, Rajasthan has three bowlers who all have the same trick. I mean, Sakaria is slightly different. He can bowl at 135. The other two, I don't think, can bowl at 135 anymore. They are bowling 125 only. And then
You're
they
talking
come up
about
with
Unadkat and Mustafizur.
Mustafizur. Mustafizur was more effective when he used to bowl 140 and suddenly bring it down to 115.
Yeah.
So now he is bowling 125 and 115, but still is effective, and he seems to have that weird Muthaiya Muralidharan type of delivery, which goes like this, out of the hand or like this, or something like that happens.
See, among the three left-arm fast medium pace bowlers that RR possesses, he is the only one who has the ability to bring it back, isn't it?
Correct. Yeah. So, and he does it. He brings it back in a very Muralidharan way. So, which is what I like. So what I was saying was this. See, these bowlers are. I'm not saying they are bad bowlers. They are terrific bowlers. But they're not the sort of bowlers where you sort of don't play with that freedom that you see in the power play batting in IPL all the time. So IPL, it's almost like everybody is going after everybody else, and suddenly this season, maybe in my mind at least, maybe it is due to the lack of home advantage, because home advantage they know what to get. Here they don't know what to get. And Owen Morgan said yesterday that this was not a 130 pitch, but this was not also a 200 pitch.
That's fair enough. Yeah. But then again, I mean, from the evidence of what we have seen, Calcutta, the teams that have performed slightly badly this season have all shown a reluctance to change. We saw it with Mumbai Indians, we saw it with SRH, and we are seeing it KKR. See, KKR, they kind of muddled their way through in the previous season, and they got a mid-season impetus thanks to the arrival of Loki Ferguson, your favorite Raj.
Yeah.
I mean, should they play him?
Yeah, I think so. See, Loki as a subji, I don't like, but Loki Ferguson is my favorite. So I still think, see, it's you are right, because see, what is happening is that resistance to change. See, we understand Chennai. CSK has always been a franchise which sticks with
that is its formula.
So they know how it works. I mean, they seem to have some sort of magic wand inside which makes it work. So Rituraj Gaikwad, we'll talk about that later. So in this case, you are right, Bala. See, my point is that, see, the first three, why first three? I mean, we can pinpoint Shubman Gill, who has really not come to the party this year till now. He's completely off color. And yesterday I had a thought. The players who actually turned up for India and won India a series in Australia, all of them seem to be having middling series, other than two guys, Rishabh Pant and Mohammad Siraj.
Yeah, Rishabh Pant, I mean, fortunately for DC, he hasn't had to score many
Many
because
runs. Yeah,
Shikhar Dhawan is in great form. So
great
that kind
form.
of takes but you're right about Siraj. Siraj is in great form, but we'll
Yeah.
get to that later. But the point about Indians who had done well in Australia not having a great season is a good point. Is that kind of a, I mean, what is happening? Are they overworked? Are they burdened too much? Are they playing too much?
Possibly. My feeling is it is lack of role clarity, Bala. I mean, I always, I'm very.
You're a stickler for that idea.
I'm a stickler for that. See, if I don't tell you what what needs to be done, because see, we are in a bio bubble. We are in a very unnatural settings where I mean, if people are spending a lot of time indoors. I mean, you and I have been indoors for nearly 1 year now, more than 1 year now, right? I mean, see, it is always good to have someone in your ear who's telling. So this is also a counseling thing that I think is going missing, where they're saying, "Oh, you play well, do that." No, that is not the case. You need to be specific. I think yesterday, probably, I mean, this is my imagination again. We have no idea what the truth is. Sangakkara probably told this guy, Sanju Samson, you know what? You need to win the damn match for us.
That's true.
We know it is 130 odd runs, but then you need to be there. So I think with KKR, I think the problem is, I think the back end staff. See, I mean, think of Baz as a cricketer. He is like one of those free flowing must type characters. I don't think he even has it in him to go and tell people, you know what, this is the way you need to work. Unlike a Stephen Fleming, I mean, both of them are Kiwis. There is a different personality sitting in one dressing room and a different personality sitting in the other. That personality is what is important, I feel. I'm just putting my coaching hat on.
Yeah, I understand. That's the reason, because that was pretty interesting to listen to, because that's the reason I left you also, because that's not merely about cricket. It talks about leadership qualities. It talks about owning up your responsibility. So many things. So that was pretty interesting and insightful. But Raj, why? I mean, I'm worried about the way they lost. I mean, the previous match they won, they lost it. I mean, they were, even though they lost it, they were spunky. They were heroic. Yesterday there was absolutely lack of spirit or lack of any energy in them. That is what is worrying me. You can always debate this cricket. I mean, this batsman didn't play well. This bowler had an off day. Those things are fine because everybody goes through that. But the overall, as a team, what do you come up with? I mean, except for the match against CSK, KKR have been off the boil totally, and
Correct.
that is worrying because they also had a similar season. In 2020, last year, 2020, but they had changed it by changing the captain. But this year, can they do it again? And Morgan, as a batsman, is also not coming to the party.
Yeah, he's another one who has completely lost it. Yesterday, okay, he got run out. I think, was it the second time? No, I don't know.
Yeah, he's run out for the second time, but yesterday was not his fault.
Yeah. No, yesterday it was pretty weird when, I mean, if you ask Sunil Gavaskar, he will tell you never run off a misfield. Here the stumps misfielded, man.
That's Sunil Gavaskar voice. You can hear it even if you switch off the TV.
Yeah, even with the TV off, he'll say that. So I think KKR needs to do a little bit of rewiring, is what I feel, not overhauling. There is a rewiring required, because I think it is the I mean, that process is not very clear. What are they trying to do? Because see, if you are trying to keep wickets with a bottom-heavy batting lineup, what does that tell you? Exactly. I think the only guy who has played freely, I mean, not even Nitish Rana, that Tripathi guy, Rahul Tripathi. He seems to be in a different zone from everybody else, just like Surya Kumar Yadav is in Mumbai. I mean, there are similarities there. So I think that is what the difference is. But then, I mean, I think we'll probably just sort of move on and look at Rajasthan now, because KKR is languishing at the bottom. I mean, they are another one loss, then 1 or 2 losses, and you can say adios.
They are practically out of it.
Yes. So what's your take on RR?
Yeah, so I mean, I was kind of, the way they approached the batting, their own batting, that was kind of interesting, because Butler, I mean, he's obviously not having the great time. Even when Butler was out, I like the way SSP Jaiswal went about it. Though he didn't score many, the first impressions I got of him was pretty good, and it was certainly better than what Manan Hora had been contributing right up. So once you had somebody like Jaiswal contributing a bit, it was helpful for somebody like Samson to get going with his innings.
Yeah.
So he could take his time. Of course, there was no scoreboard pressure, but he took his time and he stayed till the end. So that was interesting.
Yeah,
So that's
and
good.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they did. It is not as if, see, we can always debate whether both these teams. If you remember, we talked about PBKS and RR. Both these teams could do with some extra numbers on the net run rate. I think
Exactly.
they decided that we are not going to go for it in PBK's case because
Yes.
only two batsmen batted. In this case, they actually sent two guys to sort of hit. When that didn't succeed, Miller came and said, "Okay, now we are done." So I thought that was it.
Yeah, but what do you think of playing Shivam Dubey at number four? Is it a good ploy or something they are just experimenting?
I think they're experimenting because they have what it does is it basically gives little bit of solidity with Miller behind back at number 5 or 6, and they're similar batsmen. And Dubey, and see, now one more thing is that these guys are playing on reasonably slow pitches going forward also. So I feel that Dubey can still, he bowled only 1 over yesterday. I think Dubey can still give you another over in between.
Yeah.
So maybe that is the reason they're keeping him. See, now the problem is all their bowlers are unidimensional. That is what they have a challenge going forward, other than Morris, of course.
Yeah, exactly. 3 left-arm fast bowlers. It's kind of
left-arm bowlers. Bala, left-arm fast, dubious.
In a manner of speaking, man.
Yeah,
Don't put on your editorial hat, man. Don't look everything with a fine-tooth comb.
I know. So that was the thing. So left-arm, so there's a certain unidimensional approach to that, which is where Chris Morris is there. So I believe, when they selected the team, they had somebody called Jofra Archer. And he would have been a certainty here, right? That would have, Jofra Archer and Morris would have made up the two overseas bowlers. So Fizz probably would have come in only occasionally, although the way Fizz is bowling, they would have had to bowl him. So they have a weird scenario today. I think the opening pro slot is done and dusted. I think Butler and Yashasvi should be opening now going forward.
Yes.
Samson, of course, is at number 3. So your point is right. I think they are trying him out. They tried him out. They tried this guy also out. Rahul Tewatia also batted. No, he also came in. So I think it was overall something which they will take back with with a warm, the cockles feeling warm. I'll put it that way.
But they'll feel happy with last night's win. But still, not all their boxes are ticked. They have certain issues to sort out. But this win should take them forward. That should augur well.
Yeah, the biggest box that they need to tick is the captain himself. He needs to figure out what he needs to be doing. So yesterday he was, and that first boundary he hit of the first ball.
Very first ball.
That is what the fellow is capable of.
Yeah.
And then you scratch your head and say, "What happens to you, man?" So,
yeah, exactly. But yesterday he could take his time. There was no real hurry because the run rate was not too burdensome. So they kind of worked it out. Anyway, Raj, we have an interesting match later. First of the 2 matches that is slated for today, and that's between the table toppers.
Yeah, I know.
RCB and CSK.
Yeah. I'm not hazarding a guess as to who will nail this. But I feel that this probably is the game of the tournament for now. Till they play the reverse encounter. I don't know by that time, because we'll complete 5 matches for all teams today. All teams would have completed 5 matches today.
Yeah.
So after at that stage, it's not a halfway stage because they need to get 7 done. So 5 matches gives you an indication. So out of the 5, these one team has won 4, one team has won 3. So I think it can't be better. And then you're actually, in a way, you're looking at the Guru and Shishya playing each other. So it has to be mouth-watering, man.
Yeah, because you're talking about the captains, Dhoni and Virat Kohli. Yeah, that should be interesting. But it's better to not hazard a guess because yesterday I made my idea was Calcutta will see it through, but it didn't happen. So I don't want to jinx or do anything bad for the team that I am backing. So anyway, and
I will see. From a strategy perspective, I think both teams might go with the same 11. Although my concern is for RCB and Chahal, because Chahal has also not arrived in this IPL so far. So in case you need to play, they have a fantastic leg spinner there to replace. Adam Zampa. Now, but if you bring Zampa in, how do you organize your team? Because only way then is you need to let go of Williamson as a bowler and play one of the Indian fast bowlers. Navdeep Saini.
Richardson, you meant?
Oh, not Williamson. Richardson.
Okay.
Richard Williamson, I don't think Virat Kohli will let go of so yeah. So I think that is where the only change that I mean, if at all there is a change, but I don't expect Kohli to sort of break out because break with tradition, because Kohli has suddenly taken on a Dhoni-esque approach to his team building and bonding. So
eventually everybody arrives at Dhoni formula.
I know. And the second match, Bala, second match we have
DC versus SRH.
Yeah.
See, on paper, obviously DC bosses it.
Yeah.
On paper, as well as on the form of the tournament.
Yeah.
So SRH has to do all the running, whereas DC has to stick to its basic plan.
And DC has its ace, one of its aces back today. Akshar Patel is back. He is available.
But where do you play him, man? Because
no, you have Lalit Yadav.
But you're right.
You have Lalit Yadav because Akshar Patel, I mean, see, last time Akshar Patel, in the absence of Amit Mishra, Akshar Patel did the heavy lifting for a long time. So, I mean, you ask me a question, I might even say, I mean, park Ashwin aside for one match, it's okay. And play Lalit Yadav. They might not do it.
That's not a bad strategy.
Yeah, they might not do it because Ashwin's persona is such. But I would see Lalit Yadav's point is that he has actually owned that slot, and he has done pretty well with the ball and the bat. So why would you want to drop the guy? It's a tough call. If I were in the thing, I would say, Ash, let us sit out, let us see what happens. And Mishra ji ki nikal padi, like I said last time. So unki to nikal padi hai. So he seems to be in that trip.
In a zone, because he can, I mean, if everything goes well and if he continues his good form, he can end the tournament as the topmost wicket taker in the IPL.
You mentioned that. And it also happens to be, I think, the last match that is being staged in this IPL at the Chepauk and the Wankhede.
Exactly.
So
you're right.
We are winding up on these two, and the next matches would be held in Ahmedabad and Delhi.
Yeah, the caravan shifts there.
The caravan is some of them have already shifted. The other fellows will follow suit. So I think this one, I mean, we'll just see what Chepauk does to these two guys today. Because Chepauk has been a star, man. I mean, let us give it its credit.
I mean, Chennai is in complete lockdown today. Okay. Sunday being a Sunday, but hopefully there is no lockdown on the runs and the wickets.
With the Chepauk, I would be doubtful. There will definitely be a lockdown on Chepauk wicket also. Exactly. Chepauk was locked down before Chennai got locked down, man.
That's always there, and you have this 3 stands, IJK stands. That's a complete lockdown for several years.
We have no idea what is happening there. So anyway, I think that's about. I think that is the summation of yesterday's match and what we are up to. I mean, we are going up with today. So stay safe. See you. I would like you to watch a video which we have done earlier today, which sort of talks about the silver linings in the current situation. Not from us, but we are basically quoting 3 major doctors. So I think please do watch it and please stay safe.
Yeah, and that appears under the Tweak the Week.
Tweak the Week, and please do not panic, because we all understand how it is when somebody close, a loved one, a close person, somebody close is feeling is COVID positive. Obviously, we all would panic. I'm not saying that's a normal human reaction.
Getting emotional is okay, but don't panic.
Yes, yeah. The point is that it's not as if the last. It's the end. It is basically something which is it is something which is just a symptom. And the doctors, these top doctors from the country are saying these can be cured, and these are cured most of the time. And unlike what Google sends up to you, I don't think it is as. It's not a binary where you say, okay, no oxygen, no life, or no remdesivir, no life. No, these are only things which doctors can prescribe. Please don't take it upon yourself to prescribe, like we do when we are discussing cricket. We don't play. We are sitting here and talking. Not a good idea when it comes to medical profession.
Exactly.
So thanks
Stay
for watching.
hopeful. That is the message to the general public and also to KKR.
Yes. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. We'll see you this evening with another edition. By the time we will know whether the Guru or Shishya is Trump. So thanks a lot. Bye.
Bye, Raj.